Yeah.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Three Dads and a Console. Oh, we know not every dad can stay up to date on the latest and greatest in video game news that you need to know about, so we are here to do it for you. And remember that this show is kid friendly, so no headphones are needed.
Earmuffs.
Earmuffs. Sorry, I was trying to make an Australian joke.
It's been a minute.
So no, earmuffs are needed.
Oh no, we're off the rails.
I'm one of your hosts, Lava Plays, alongside the one, the only Court. Hello.
Hey, how's it going? Sorry, I'm sick, everybody.
He has a consumption.
We're a mess today. Oh, my constituents got me a bit of the consumption. I don't declare.
He's got the old dysentery from fording the river.
Oh no, not the river.
Well, I need to be better because I'm going away on tomorrow.
That's right. He's going to the sunny shores of Idaho.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much.
Yep. I'm gonna hang out at the beach at Idaho, Idaho Beach, where they had World War II. Idaho Beach.
Our resident historian Pez is also here.
What's the crack, fellas? It's good to be here with you all today. How was everyone's weekend?
Oh, Emma won a hockey tournament.
Ooh, love that. Loved it.
She came in. She got 2 goals. Her team was undefeated.
She hit the mishies.
Listen, what kind of
Okay, hold on.
Okay.
Hold on. As a coach of the hockey team,
you're the coach.
I hate this guy so much.
Exactly, like the mishies, like the kids all like. You know what? You know what I tell the kids?
Hit
Get
triangle.
some skill first before you can even practice the mishie.
Cut these.
You know what a mishie is?
When
there's
girls.
hitting involved in a mishie, I'll clean your clock. Like anybody who does that fancy stuff deserves to get his butt put on the ice. Like plain and simple. No mishies, no showboating, no nothing. Just play hockey, okay?
What kind of player archetype are we looking at here?
That's right.
For your daughter, are we looking at like a two-way Bergeron? Are we looking at maybe like a offensive? Maybe like a step
right
down
now
of
she's
a
been playing
Lemieux?
wing. She wants to play center, but she does hang back and she does cover up for the Russian defensemen. She's a centerman.
Perfect.
She's got a defensive abilities, but she could probably play wing too. She could be like a Mark Stone without the height.
Gotcha.
But she's got skill. She got 2 goals. She was playing with 14 and under, and she's only 7.5. So.
Whoa, really?
Yeah. So it goes from 2016 to the 14-year-olds, and they put them all together on the same teams. And she held her own.
She was
got 2
hanging.
goals. She could skate.
I love that.
She hangs.
I love
But
that.
there were some girls that are just unbelievable. Like this one girl was like breaking ankles. Like I was impressed. She was unbelievable.
Was there any enforcers that she had to look out for?
No, they're kids.
They can't hit at that age.
They do though. They can't. They get penalties for it. They get a penalty shot. That's the way it works. Penalties are just penalty shots.
That's fair. That's actually more damaging than.
Well, I thought about this. Imagine if you in the NHL, no more power plays, just penalty shot every time you get a penalty.
The Leafs would be in an uproar.
Why? The Leafs don't get penalties.
Well, they complain about getting penalties.
They got 1 penalty last game, and I'll have to say it for Marchand. He got the penalty there just because of his whole thing with Bertuzzi, but he didn't do anything this time.
Nope, sure didn't.
Which is rare.
Yeah.
Mind you, none of them did anything until the 3rd period. So what's the difference?
That's the most frustrating.
And not
game
even
I've
that.
Watched.
Sorry, none of them did anything into the final 10 minutes of the 3rd period. And it still wasn't good enough. But if they put that effort the whole game, they win the game.
Yep. They win the game. They close out the series. We are not worried about talking about that series or anything else. But Jim Montgomery 0-4 in closeout games. Let's go.
Oh, because he tinkered.
He's a tinker stinker. That's exactly what he does. He tinkers. He rolled out the same combination game 3 and 4. Game 3 held their own. Game 4 they played really well. Probably their best game of the series. Defense was shutting down, pushing them all to the outside, looking really good. And all of a sudden he just goes, you know what? Take that, throw it in the trash. We're gonna throw out our best face-off guy in Johnny Beecher, not coming out. Instead, we'll lose 16 out of 20 in the first period. We'll put in Matty Grizzlick, who can't push anybody to the outside. My man couldn't.
He was really bad.
He was really bad.
I thought Shattenkirk was bad, but like Grizzlick's really bad. Like we miss peak. Miss peak.
I never thought I'd be here.
I would put Forbert in. I'd put Forbert in.
I mean, he can't be any. At least he has the body to push around like John Tavares, and Grizzlick just doesn't. He just hasn't been good this whole series. That's why he sat game 3, and he may have sat game 4.
He won't be back next year. He's a UFA at the end of the year.
He definitely won't.
He gone.
Forbert can eat pucks too. That dude is a wall.
It's just
PK wall.
Toronto played their darndest to lose that hockey game, and they just
without their captain, like just
the reports out of Toronto is he's injured. He's not.
Okay.
It's not. He's injured.
He's not sick.
Best part about that game was I got a shout out from Days of Yore.
Your boys.
It's so easy to get one of those.
Very easy.
No, you don't understand. It's not.
All because of Freddie. All because of Big Freddie scored on the Bruins' second shot of the game, and also their second shot of the period, and also their only 2 shots in the period. Well, but how was your weekend? Better than the Bruins game 5?
Oh yeah, I robbed old people. I robbed old people.
I do. Gunpoint, knife point. What are we talking about here?
I rolled what is it? Persuasion checks all day. No, there was a
passing charisma
I
checks?
did. No, there was a big rummage sale, and I stole from willing participants. I found a 3DS collection, a 3DS for $4, and it sold within a few hours for about $200.
It makes no sense. Robert rips people off on the weekends. People don't buy anything from him.
If you see me around,
that's capitalism, baby.
And I'm walking to your yard sale, just know you're getting hosed, fleeced, and geesed.
Hosed.
My wife just says that's not something. It is something. It's something to me. But
she's right. For the listeners out there, Waba's wife is always right, and Waba is always wrong. You guys missed it. I forgot to even mention this on the podcast. Do you remember the Band-Aid incident?
No.
Pez?
No, it never happened.
The Band-Aid.
Yes. Yeah, I do. Oh, it's so silly.
The worst part is
for everybody listening, Waba had a little boo-boo on his knee.
Big boo-boo.
No, it was a little boo-boo.
It was big.
And his Band-Aid was too small for the boo-boo. And he refused to admit this and was like, I need the Band-Aid on. I'm like, but it's not covering the boo-boo.
I found the Band-Aid I intended to bring. It was behind the dog food. It fell before I left. So I did find it.
What?
Bandages and
it was in my kitchen. It was a placebo, but it's all I needed. But yeah, weekend was good. I'm now part of T-Ball Mafia. So on Saturdays, we have T-Ball now, and I have reconnected with my love of sunflower seeds.
Oh, the best.
Hold on. You do athletics?
Me? No, my kid does.
His daughter
does. I was like so confused there for a second.
Well, he did believe. It's funny that he believed I played T-Ball.
Playing T-Ball.
No, we did buy her a tee, and I still got it. But no, I'm a big fan of sunflower seeds. I got a giant thing, and I just sit there for an hour and a half, and I just spit seeds. And I was like, oh, I'm going to bring a cup because it's making a mess, but then I don't want the other parents to think I'm using something else at a kid's T-ball game at 8:30 in the morning.
Some hot dip? We dip in at a T-ball game?
Yeah, I don't need that people to think that. But yeah, it's interesting. So Pez, what was your weekend like?
Let's see. Saturday we had I was calling it the Pezzy Boy Beautification Day. I got hair fresh cut, tattoo got touched up. Then I went to my brother's house, watched the Celtics, watched the Bruins, and then Sunday was family day. So we went out a little shopping and hung around, played some board games, got the garden ready to get seeded hopefully this weekend, depending on what the weather looks like.
Nice.
Yeah, the big goal this year is to grow strawberries because I hear strawberries are kind of a pain in the butt, so I want to take a crack at it.
A crake at it.
A crake. Taking oh no, not the crake.
Oh no.
Oh,
Well, you know, well, you know what they say. Moyles and barbers, fresh cut. Happy for you.
I got a haircut today.
I went to both this weekend. I usually get a haircut. I'm usually good for a once a month haircut. Once every like 4 to 5 weeks, because I don't like my hair to feel long. I make adult money so I can take care of myself and how I look. Like, let's go. I used to be a 12-week haircut person. No more.
I go every 3 weeks.
So 4 to 6 weeks. I'm like a package from China. A good 4 to 6 weeks.
I go 2 weeks after my wife yells at me that I should get a haircut.
No shot. I could never. Like it once like, all right, you know when you wear a hat, like once the wings come on where your hair like sticks out from the hat and it looks like you have wings going on, it's you're way past due. Way past due.
Speaking of hat, I started wearing a hat because of T-ball, 2 T-ball only. And it is my XP Up Apparel hat.
Nice.
So I actually messaged me out and I was like, hey, I just want to let you know because it's like awesome. I'm like, your hat that you gave me at PAX is my like, you know,
that's your baseball hat.
My new outside hat. So shout out XP Up Apparel.
Shout out.
Also today I got to interact with the old Chili's on the Twitter. So
it is unreal.
Awesome
that Chili's is getting your name and address before I do.
They already have it.
Unbelievable.
I have his name and address.
You do know. So Chili's and I go way back to the pandemic, where I was, we were DMing each other, me and Chili's.
That's unreal.
When I ran, I had
that Chili's shirt.
Yeah, I had a big celebration stream, and they sent me 2 shirts, like a sweater shirt. They sent me boxers. No, like a big pullover, like retro sweater, a button up. They sent me Chili's boxers.
He's like,
I still have the note.
Was Swiss Chalet.
Yeah, and they sent me like $100 in Chili's, and then they gave me like $200 to give away during the event.
What is that currency called? Is it called like slapping frizzy dollars?
Chili's Billies.
I'm not gonna say it. I'm gonna say nothing. I'm just gonna stop talking.
But today they're hooking me up with a 3 free 3 for me. So
I don't know what that means. I don't go to
Chili's. It's basically just their meal's like $10. It's so good. And with the rising prices of fast food, they're like really promoting this because fast food's gross, right? And now it's getting expensive. But Chili's is like, no, we're holding down the fort. And I said, I love that people are putting some respect on their name. It's about time. Everything's got, and they said, in all caps, put some respect on our name. So,
and then they slid in the DMs and said, hey,
like, we're hooking you up. We want to see you soon. And
I said, WYD. WYD CTC. What you doing? Come to Chili's. There you go. Hashtag that. Get another 3 from email. You're welcome.
That's all it takes.
That's all it takes.
Shout out. I love Chili's. Shout out them. Other announcements today in the video game world. I forgot we're a video game podcast. I would like to be a Chili's podcast, but I'm not going to do that.
Oh my God. Imagine talking about
the cholesterol for that.
Imagine talking about like chicken kicking tenders for an hour. I'd jump off a bridge.
Dude, I would. I'll make it Chili's content. But Batman, Cord likes the Batman games. Batman.
Yes.
And especially the Arkham games. But a new Batman title was announced. Batman Arkham Shadow. Cord, tell us a little bit about that and your impressions.
So right now, we have not seen anything. All we've seen is internet get very mad because it is not just a Batman Arkham game. It is a Batman VR game that is only coming to MetaQuest. This is the second franchise that has only come. So Assassin's Creed, Pez got to play it. He loved that game.
Very fun.
I want to play it. That is not available on PSVR 2. And now we get another game, which is a Batman Arkham game that is only coming to MetaQuest. So it looks like I'm going to have to get a MetaQuest because it's driving me nuts. But I'm not going to lie. I'm a little pissed that we're getting another Batman game and it's a VR game.
Well, And also,
I still haven't played the really, really, really bad Suicide Squad game because I don't want to give it to my money. If it's like $10, I'll buy it, or if it's free on PlayStation Plus, I'll play it. But I just want a Batman game.
and also, if you watch the trailer again, like the teaser trailer, it says exclusively on the Meta Quest 3. So I don't even think the Quest 2 will work, which was what I have. So I think it's exclusive to the Meta Quest 3. So not only do you take, 75% of the Arkham fans and throw them in the trash, you then take the Meta Quest people who probably, I'm going to guess, I don't know, 25% of the Meta Quest users own a Quest 3, and those are the only ones that can play it.
That's so stupid.
Do you guys think this is the last? Is it the last we see of Arkham?
It better not be.
Like, do you think this is going to kill it?
Well,
for Rocksteady, yes.
I don't think so. I think they have no choice but to make another one. To be totally honest, they need to make us another game.
Is Rocksteady developing this VR game?
No, it is by Camouflage, who made the Iron Man VR game, which I hear is actually pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
And that's on PSVR and just like MetaQuest.
When I heard this, I couldn't believe it. It's like, what are you doing? So you have this cool trailer with a bunch of rats, shout out Martian, and like it starts to look cool. It starts to look like the old games that everybody loved and has been clamoring for, because people haven't been happy with the recent Batman universe. Really unhappy.
Very unhappy. As a Batman fan, I've been extremely unhappy. I'm kind of pissed off now. Now I'm getting angry about it.
Good, let's go. And then they go and they show, and it's like only for like you think people are gonna be excited for that reveal? Who's excited?
Not me.
Do you think the people who own Quests are excited?
Jeff Keighley is. Who owns a Quest?
Jeff Keighley's excited so he can have an excuse to talk about his awards.
Oh my god, Jeff Keighley is somehow gonna tie this game to Kojima just so he can bring him back on his stupid show for 45 minutes.
Keighley talks about his award show in like conversations that don't need it more than I talk about my hustles. And that's a lot. It's unreal.
The wrap it up show.
But it's like it's going to not perform well. Did no one learn anything from the Vita? Like
they did.
Like it makes no sense. Like if you put a game on a platform that like doesn't have like a huge base, like what's gonna happen to it?
I agree with Waba.
Yep.
It's like and VR, the world isn't ready for VR. And I'm not saying like no VR game should come out or VR shouldn't exist, but the world isn't ready for it. So the barrier to entry is so high, especially with a franchise in which you need to get the confidence back. Like the Batman Arkham franchise. So it's like, okay, so you laid an egg, but now if you really want to see what we're cooking, you got to buy this expensive thing. And not just the one that you already have. You have to buy the next one, which you don't like. What are you doing?
How is it not on the PSVR 2? They're not doing anything for this darn thing, man.
Because
How is it not on the PlayStation?
Because Sony doesn't care about VR if you don't, outside of giving them money.
Dude, they stopped production on that thing.
Because
shocker.
Yeah, everyone with PlayStation VR like gets all like insane on hype like release week, and then it just is never supported ever again. You'll get like 2 big games like you did with Horizon Call of the Mountain. And I don't even know if there was like another really big.
Horizon was amazing.
Yeah,
not for 2. One had a bunch of good launch games.
The studio that made the game doesn't exist anymore.
And then like
they don't need to make another.
Well, and then it's just like Sony's just like, oh, okay, we're done. Like here is like Super Hot, maybe here is like another indie game, and like that's it. That's it.
And VR 1 was so good, and I loved it. And then they just said, yeah, we're good. And then they come back later and they're like, hey, we want to do it again. And then like a month later, like, yeah, we're good. It's like a company that has money to spend, so they don't lose out on the budget next year. Like I swear that's what it is with some of these decisions. Mm-hmm. They're like, well, if we don't spend the money, we're not going to get it next year, so we're just going to throw it in R&D for something. And then when it rolls out, we're just going to be good job, guys. We got budget for next year. We're going to spend it on whatever. We're not going to spend it on games for the thing.
Nope.
So yeah, if you want to play Batman, let us know how it is. All one of you.
I mean, if it comes
out,
the
ability to play.
If it comes out for the Quest 2, I'll give it a try. But I mean, again, I just think it's silly that you're gonna segment a big part of your gaming population just for a VR game, a Batman Arkham VR game.
Yeah. The worst part is, what if it's not even good?
I mean, most VR games really aren't like great.
Some of them are.
I think
say,
there
Horizon
are.
Call of the Mountain is very good.
I mean, I just don't. As someone who has a VR headset, I don't think gaming is there yet for like sustainable thing other than the hour of like. It's got to be sustainable, baby. It's got to be sustainable. Look at the Vita, unsustainable.
I miss it so much.
Unsustainable.
The Vita was amazing. I'm sorry.
The Vita was amazing. Sony biffed it. They biffed it with the memory cards, man. I'm telling you, if they didn't use their own proprietary memory cards, sales would be flying. Much like the sales of a ship as Sea of Thieves comes to PS5.
Oh my god, the Mad Lad did it.
We did it.
Wow.
We did it. Did it.
What a geezer.
So Sea of Thieves comes out on has come out on PS5 and Switch. No, not Switch, just PS5. I was thinking of Grounded, sorry. And
no one was thinking of Grounded.
I was playing Grounded earlier today. Thank you very much. And Core.
Really?
Yeah, so now that Grounded's out on PS5, I got some of the boys playing it because they were looking for like a survival.
I don't like Grounded
game. Oh man, I love it. I don't know why I like it, but I really like it.
I do. It's a base building game.
But Court, you have a lovely story about Sea of Thieves. So why don't you regale us in a tale, me matey?
No, I was gonna say, like, Jesus, that was very Yeah.
Yarr.
So, I was lucky enough to get a code for Sea of Thieves on PS5 from Xbox Canada. Well, actually, Console Creatures got it. Console Creatures let me take said code, and I reviewed the game for Console Creatures. My review is up on a written review. Spoiler alert on Sea of Thieves. I really liked it on the Xbox, so I was gonna like it on the PS5 because they've added so much stuff. I was playing today. You can harpoon into an island and then climb across the rope and go high.
Oh, really? Oh my gosh, that's
it is
awesome.
so cool. There's throwing knives. There's double barrel guns. It is so much better. The game is so good. I'm back in it. The servers are a little wonky today, unfortunately, but they are shutting them down tomorrow. So I think they know, like, bringing in the PlayStation people. When I first caught in, I was lucky enough to play with Joe Niate. He is the executive producer on Sea of Thieves at Rare.
So cool.
I got to play with him for an hour. Got to talk with him. I got to put an animal in a cannon, my pet, and I shot it off the side of a mountain. But it hit the mountain. It bounced off far. And we were dying laughing. Even he said, he was like, "Well, you could try it," but he's like, "I don't know if it's gonna do anything. You might just hit it and fall into the water." No, it bounced off and went flying through.
Amazing.
The air. I was laughing so hard. I played with him and another person, and I played for an hour. I got to battle some ghost ships. Like, his level is so much higher, so we were playing like really high level stuff. So I was popping trophies left, right, and center. That's the other cool thing. So if you're playing on PlayStation, your achievements pop on Xbox while you're playing on PlayStation.
Oh, nice.
You do have to sign in on your Xbox account, but your trophies don't pop if you already had them on Xbox.
Gotcha.
I thought they did, but they're not. They're not popping. So it is what it is. It's just fine. But having a lot of fun with the game. But I asked Joe some stuff. Some stuff I can't talk about, but one thing I did ask, I wanted to know how Rare felt, because this is the first time Rare has ever put a game on PlayStation. Ever.
Yep.
Oh.
Yep.
It's never happened before. And I wanted to know, what was going through their heads when they were told about this. And he said it was pure adulate. Like, everybody was so happy there. This is a very big thing to them. If you look at the UK sales charts right now, it was the number one pre-ordered item in the PlayStation Store.
Oh, it's so good.
A lot of people are playing it. It's not going to be. I doubt it's going to be like Helldivers, which is still killing it. Helldivers 2.
Mhm.
Helldivers 2 now is the number 7 selling PlayStation game of all time.
No, really?
Yeah, it's been out for 3 months.
Woo, man, no, I never would have guessed. I thought that game was gonna come out, be like, have its little dedicated fan base, and then drift off to sea, just like its predecessor, taken off. I love it.
Yeah, and I actually do believe that Sea of Thieves is going to be big. The fact that so many people have pre-ordered it, I've seen a lot of people talking about it. You just need to get people playing
Mhm.
together, because I will say this: playing single player is meh. You could do it. They have safe seas. So what I think I might do is I might play on the PlayStation and have my daughter play on the Xbox, and then we can play together.
Oh,
Because I do think it's a good game to play with your kid. Like
100%.
it's a nothing burger game. The fact now that you can have someone on PC, you can have them on Xbox, you can have them on PlayStation, we can all play together. It works seamless. I had zero issues. I've played with a lot of different people in this game so far. No issues whatsoever. The gameplay, the loop is fun. I still can't get over how good the water looks in this game. Like, the
Exceptional.
water looks good. It's all about adventure. I've started replaying the Pirates of the Caribbean, and then I'm gonna do the Monkey Island stuff.
Mhm.
The game's great. The game's
It
just
is great. It is truly a blast. Excuse
Yeah.
me. And I think some of my IRL friends are gonna get are gonna get it, and then I'll teach them the ropes like I taught Court the ropes.
Yeah, seriously, I was teaching people how to play because of Pez. Because I was like, oh no, we got to batten down. We got to set the sails first, pull up anchor, and then we go. Pez, you would be so proud. I was dropping anchor to do right turns.
I love it. I love it. But man, yeah, that game's so much fun. I'm glad it's finally coming out to more consoles, so then more people can play it, and they implemented crossplay. Like that's the biggest thing.
Digital Foundry did a video on it, and it runs better on the PlayStation than it does on Xbox.
That's so interesting that happens, but I'm glad it does because hey,
I think it's just because the game was made in 2013,
yeah,
and now they're finally redoing it to put it on PlayStation.
yeah.
I don't know how long it took. I don't know how long ago they got told to do it, but game looks great, runs great, plays great. I'm gonna be playing a lot of that game. Not while I'm on vacation, but I'll be playing a lot of that game. I'm not bringing a controller with me at all. And also, I could talk about it on I've stopped playing MLB The Show. I've retired it for the year. I've decided I don't want a game that I'm just going to play all the time. Like Sea of Thieves, I'm gonna give it some fun. I'll play with friends, but I'm not gonna grind into it. I don't want any more grinding games. I'm done. It's zapping the energy out of me to want to play video games when I have to grind.
Yep. I feel that with the grind. I feel it. Especially like the show. I've stopped doing Diamond Dynasty just because I was like, I can't do this. Like,
well, you got your series that's gonna be coming on YouTube soon.
Yep. So I've just been playing franchise, and again, there's like no grinding on franchise. There's nothing. It's just playing franchise, man. That's all we're doing. We don't have an end goal. We don't have to try and get this card. I don't have to do a million hits to get my 3 stars. Like we're just chilling. We're just chilling. But you know
I might
what?
try out Destiny since Lightfall's free now.
Yeah, it's coming out today, right?
May 7th.
May 7th.
May 7th.
Tunic, also very good if you like those old school like Legend of Zelda top-down type games.
And then FIFA 24, that's a big get.
Yep, FC 24. I'm into it, especially because I believe that one does have crossplay, and it has crossplay for the club teams, unlike NHL. NHL doesn't have eShell crossplay. No,
NHL doesn't have a lot of things.
NHL actually does have eShell crossplay, so I retract that.
Yeah. FC, seeing that is really surprising because I feel like that game has so much legs anyway, where you'd want to maximize the sales. But I imagine that they see a huge burst in the beginning, and maybe when there are like some like big events.
And they're giving packs. They're giving you packs too. You get a bunch of, you get all the stuff that. This is the thing that I did see some backlash from the community. I went on Reddit just to see it from the FC24 community. They giving you all the pre-order bonuses for the people on PlayStation.
I don't
really
like that.
Ooh.
So if someone pays for it, then again, I don't. How do I put this? I don't care because again, I play NHL. People are just getting into it now because it's free on Xbox. So it's like, okay, like you want to give them stuff, fine, why not? Doesn't matter. But like if you paid to have that, and now someone just coming on like can get that, I can see why people would be upset. I think there's opportunity to give them other things that aren't specifically the pre-order bonuses. Like you could literally make whatever you want and say like, hey, like this is our PlayStation Plus bundle. Like, why not? I think other games have done that. I know NHL has done that. There's like a free mega pack.
Oh, that mega players pack is free on PlayStation, not just Xbox, by the way.
Yeah, I forget. I don't know if I could get, but like
I got an 88. I got an 88 in it.
That's actually decent. But like, There's other things you can do. Like you can cook up whatever combo with players or legends or whatever you want, but just don't do the pre-order one because then you don't get this backlash. It's easy. Now, I think people can argue like, hey, why are they getting a leg up for starting late? Fine. Okay, whatever. But like, at least if it's like, I didn't give you what you paid for. So that's kind of my thought on it.
I might even try FC24.
FC for me is fun. And I'm not, okay, I'm going to give an opinion on a very good game that I'm not good at of a sport that I don't typically care about. Fair. FC for me is good for 2 weeks. It is good for when it comes out and the 2 weeks leading up to NHL. I don't enjoy like the gameplay is good. I do not enjoy the gameplay. It is very easy and intuitive to learn. Okay, but I do not enjoy it. Building the team to me makes no sense.
Is that because you don't know the positions?
No, because I have people in my chat yelling at me, telling me what to do. And even with that, when you do a set, you put them in like it's not like an NHL or Diamond Dynasty where it's like, hey, here's like a page. It's no, you have to put them in the positions, which to me is very weird. It's unlike even Madden doesn't do it that way. And also too, I do not care about the players, so it's very much not a game for me. But fair. I will say this: if you just pick it up, if you've played other sports games, you will get this. Now there are some things you have to learn in terms of like passing is very intuitive, the directional again very intuitive. Learning how to score is very tough, especially online. I think I've won one game online total over 2 years, but I would definitely recommend trying it out. If you don't care about soccer, though, I think you're gonna have a tough time like staying with it. But last year they did have AFC Richmond, and I was very excited about that because I love Ted Lasso.
I love Ted Lasso too.
And my shorts did well that we're talking about how to unlock them. So shout out internet. It's just fun. The more I talk about FC, the more I realize I'm not the target audience for it. It's like the same way I feel about this show where I streamed it for one day.
The target audience for NHL, yet you play it. Let's be honest. He's not.
I don't know the players.
I mean, no one is a target player if they don't spend money. To be honest, like
that's really funny.
Like you want to hear something? I know players were mad about EA FC giving out the packs. NBA 2K24 told their players that they were going to have the Kobe pre-order stuff available and then just took it away. So they just took stuff away from their players and never like told anyone. It was just gone.
Probably hope no one would.
Kobe.
It was just gone one day. Just like Kobe's. R.I.P. Kobe.
That wasn't funny.
Yes, it was.
But
yes,
what
it was.
you said was funny.
One day, gone another.
The actual event, very sad. But the way you said it, it threw me off. It was very unexpected.
Hey, have you guys played Fallout yet? With the new update?
So I downloaded it.
Yeah.
And I haven't touched it. I'm not touching 76 because I abstained from ever playing that game again because I played it once with Pez and a certain friend of his. And I'm never going to play that game again.
Why not?
One, he never shuts up about that game, even when we play other games. Two, it's not that good.
It's much fair.
I think there's a lot of people playing it right now because of the TV show, which is great. The show was freaking amazing.
It was
amazing.
Very good.
But let's call a spade a spade. That game, still, even with the updates, I haven't touched it yet. People are saying a lot of the bugs, everything is still there. Can Bethesda just make a game that works?
No.
No.
Not in the creation engine, they can't. That creation engine is the issue, is the problem why you have all these bugs, because it was originally, I think it was Fallout 3's engine, and then they just keep like putting band-aids and bubblegum on this thing, and then all of a sudden like Fallout 4 comes out, and it just was like a mess. And then 76 was even more of a bigger mess. 76 is fun now, but I don't like. When I play Fallout, I want to be the only person in my world.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to go through Reclamation Day and they're like, you're the last survivor, Fallout of Vault 76, and go out to the world. And all of a sudden, like you walk out and just like any other, MMO RPG or whatever, there's a million people in vault suits all around you. All these level ones yelling like freaking the seagulls from Finding Nemo. I have a lot of issues with 76. Like I like running around the world and in building my stuff, but I don't like going to missions and like seeing 4 other players doing the same mission as me, so I can just walk in and go kill the one thing because everyone else is dead.
They announced all this stuff for Starfield, and I'm like, did we all forget that the game wasn't that good?
I forgot Starfield existed.
And they've been like, here's all this new stuff, and once again I see all these people waxing poetic about it. And like Fallout 4, even when it came out, I remember going like, this was a buggy mess.
Mm-hmm.
Like we always try and hold all these developers to the coals and say they've got to do this, but for some reason, because Bethesda's now with Xbox, it's like, no, it's okay.
There was always put out games it was always like that with Bethesda, because people be like, oh, that's the Bethesda charm, that the freaking game doesn't, Skyrim doesn't work on PS5, that PS3, that's the Bethesda charm. Or like Fallout 3 crashes if you do this, that's just the charm. It's like, no,
not charm.
It's not charm. Shut your face.
It's lazy.
Yeah. And they for some reason Bethesda won't invest in a new engine.
Look at Rockstar. They put out bangers, and their games are unbelievable, and they constantly update them. Like right now, I'm debating, do I go back and play Fallout 4 because I never finished it last time? And you get if you go into the PlayStation Plus, the PS5 version's in there. They fixed it. It wasn't there originally, but it's there now. Or do I give Red Dead Redemption 2 another try?
You play Red Dead 2 because it's a lot of fun.
Oh, I was gonna say Fallout. I think Fallout was great, and I think the story was interesting. And
because right now I'm looking for something. Like I said, I don't want to grind. I want a story again. I want to go play something. I played a bit of Dave the Diver, really liked it. I thought it was a fun gameplay loop, but it's really not a game for me. Cute, great looking, but it's definitely not a game for me. And then I was playing Tales, and then I'm like, it's really hard. And you know what? I just did Ghost of Tsushima. I just did Stellar Blade. Not Ghost of Tsushima. I just did Rise of the Ronin. I just did Stellar Blade. I just did Prince of Persia. I just played 3 really hard games in a row. You know what? Nope. I want a game. I'm thinking it might be Red Dead.
It's got to be Red Dead. It's got to be Red Dead because, take your couple hours, get through the opening if you're going to like go brand new again, and then just go off in the woods and hunt for like 2 hours and just take your time and enjoy yourself. That's it.
I just need something like Star Wars Outlaw can't come quick enough for me right now.
Yeah, that game's gonna be so
like
sad.
when is it? Hellblade comes out. Hellblade comes out this month. I don't even care.
Hellblade 2.
The Streets.
Hellblade 2, The Streets. Hey, if you have Game Pass, it'll be on Game Pass.
What?
Yeah,
it's Game Pass. It's an Xbox first party developer.
There we go. It's interesting. Xbox, it's like every 2 to 3, much like PlayStation Plus, every 2 to 3 months, I'm like, oh, great. Like the game for me. And that's one of them. Shout out Persona. Miss you.
Have you not been playing it?
Well, I mean, it was team of the season for NHL, and I don't want to go too much into NHL, but basically my team is, my team is done. So
the team is seasoned.
Exactly. So now it becomes, what do I want to fill my time with? And I haven't really had, I've been surprisingly trying to clean up my area, which you guys can't see, luckily. But I want to get into finish Persona 3. I think that's the next one for me. Because I love them.
Yeah, I want to do something different. MLB The Show, love it. I do like the changes they did with Diamond Dynasty this year. I think they're good. I hate the pack thing, but now they're putting the packs into the program, which is cool.
Are they?
Finally. Yeah, the packs are back in the program, which is great. But I want a non-grindy game.
Mm-hmm. Just like a good story game.
Wow, but you play a game right now that makes you like grind for 50 power collectibles.
Yeah, I'm built different.
He likes it. He's still into the grind. Court's looking for Court is looking for a story experience now.
Mm.
That's what he's craving it. He's craving
go to the theater.
He's craving a single player game experience.
Yeah, like I said, Stellar Blade. I really enjoyed that game. I think that game is good. I liked it more than Rise of the Ronin, and I thought I liked Rise of the Ronin. Stellar Blade was way more fun, and it was short. But it's that parry combat stuff again. I'm done. I'm just done. Too much.
You just want to ride around on a horse,
dude. You know what I would love? Like a Ratchet and Clank or something like that. Like I'm right now. I'm trying to finish Psychonauts 2 again, but I finished it before, so it's just not doing it.
If you really want to try something different, and like, I would honestly look into Balatro. I know we've talked about it at length.
No, I'm not. No,
but like that's going to be one you can get in and get out.
No, I can't. No, I'm not doing any more of those things. I'm not roguelikes. They're all done. I'm done with that.
It's not. It's kind of.
It is a roguelike.
But it's It's
I mean,
different.
Yes, it
No,
is.
it's
It's
not.
different.
No.
That's not what
Guava.
Quote wants right now. He wants a single player narrative experience that he can sink his teeth into.
I debated downloading Grand Theft Auto PS5 version and then starting all over again.
That's wild.
Because I don't have the trophy. I only have it on a PS3, right?
That is a cry for help right now.
See? But I know the game is great. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The gameplay is great. The story is great. It's hilarious.
Gonna go right into online, spawn your character, spend all that time customizing it, just get run over right out of spawn.
No, you play GTA for about an hour, and then you see how long you can last with 5 stars. That's how you play.
Or
GTA.
I could go back into the crew. I really like the crew. Maybe I just play that. It's mindless. But that's grinding again. That's grinding. I want a story.
Get into Red Dead. I think you'll be very happy.
I didn't like it the first time.
I didn't like it either. It took me a second time playing it to really like sit down and enjoy it. The opening is very difficult to get through because it's very slow.
Mine was the whole thing of the horse. Taking care of the horse. I just wanted to kill the horse.
So don't take care of the horse. Just go buy a new one. Treat it like a car. Once it breaks down.
What's that game that Waba really liked that no one else did? The Ben game. When I had to
Days Gone.
The one that you have to have to fill up the gas tank on. Like, oh my god,
that's a good game.
No,
it is.
Please
it
stop.
Actually celebrated their 4-year anniversary.
They celebrated because it's like one of those things where it's like, hey, remember that game that no one really liked, but we're gonna act like we all liked it. But when you look at the reviews, no one liked it.
Yeah, it's because
you look at the sales of the game, no one liked it.
They're all
and
cowards.
Then everybody got it for free, and everybody was like, it's all right.
People hated
But then you got
Jesus
that one
he
guy
told
that works
truth.
at Ben or doesn't work at Ben anymore, but he's on Twitter all the time, just waxing.
Okay,
how mistreated he was about this game.
That game.
That guy.
That guy was a little crazy. Yeah.
Unbelievable. Oh, crazy. What?
Pez, you've been talking about a new game recently, right?
Oh my god, are you talking about Contra Operation Galuga? Shout out to Konami for giving me this code for this game. Go. It's fine. That's it. It's just fine, man. It's like modernized Contra. It's modernized Contra, and like it hits the right beats, right? You load up the game, you got the blah, 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 and you're like, yeah, man, this is Contra. We're gonna get into it. You open up the first level, you get an arcade, you be an old hat hardo like me, and you just play it with the one life where one shot you're dead. And you're like, yeah, this is Contra. And then you realize that there's like nothing else to it. There is a challenge mode, but it's like, who cares? There are multiple characters instead of just Billy and Bimmy and Jimmy or whoever, Lance and Billy.
Bimmy and Jimmy?
Yeah, Bimmy and Jimmy from
Isn't Lance from Bad Dudes?
Fighter. I don't know. I'm not sure.
I'll look it up.
Look it up. Sure. Don't ever be sorry. So the campaign is just arcade mode with cutscenes. It's like, yeah, go through the jungle, but then halfway through the jungle level, there's like a cutscene, and it's fully voice acted. Billy, Bimmy, and Jimmy.
No, Bill. No, it's not Billy. It's Bill.
Bill
Rizzer.
I call him Billy because
the Rizzer.
The Rizzler
and Lance Beam.
Here comes the Rizzler.
Sheesh.
And Lucia with no last name.
The biggest issue with this game is it's $40. It's a $40 game, right? It's like if you want to play Contra on Steam, if you're dying to play old school Contra, the anniversary packs are on sale for $8. Original Contra, Super C, Super Contra, like all those games.
I used to love how they had the alien mask on the front of the Contra console, like for no apparent reason, and no one did anything, and no one sued them over it. Like,
nope, they didn't care, man. 80s IP, wild times. But like, it's just also there's no fun Konami code. I tried it, nothing happened. What? It's just like
that's crazy.
It was just like a modernized Contra that should be $15 to $20, not $40. That's all. Like, that was my biggest gripe with it. I had fun playing it. They reimagined, so like the final boss in original Contra, the first level final boss was like that like gun thing that you shot the two guns, and then you had to shoot the hole in the middle, and then you run through it. So like that's reimagined and that's fun. It's just, again, it's a $40 game, and it shouldn't be. It's a $20 game, $15 game with a price tag on it because there's no online co-op as well. There's no online co-op in this game. So it says you can play up to 4 players. It's local only, which again doesn't make sense to me why you would do that and then charge $40 for it. Because
That's
Contra
impressive.
is a game that, like, I would say to you guys, like, hey, let's go play Contra together. But like, I'm not going to invite 3 other people over to be like, hey, Saturday night, come over, let's play Contra. Because like, it's just no one local.
I live in another country. I don't.
No
I'm
one
not
does
close,
local co-op anymore. So it's just, just seems like it was no online co-op's real bad. Real bad.
Afterthought.
Yeah. Or a never was. But yeah, I mean, again, fun game. You can get it on sale, but don't buy it at $40. Shout out Konami. Thank you for the code.
Oh, PlayStation today. I wanted to mention this. They have a new way of inviting. So you're soon going to be able to like text your friend to be like, here's a link. Come hop into my game. Also on Discord, you're going to be able to see whether the person is still like, you know how sometimes on Discord it just says what game you're playing? It's going to say whether you're online and what you're doing. So if the person wants to jump in or not.
I don't know how I feel about that.
I think this is great.
So
you don't like giving out your address or even your real name. So this is.
Do you
I
not
don't
have
even like
phones?
being. I don't even like being appearing as not offline.
I just think it's good. Like if I'm peering offline or whatever, but like say I like the fact also people are like, oh, add me on the network. You can just send your profile to the person to add them in the text. So much better.
I think it's good for people our age who, when they're friends, they want to get together. It is bad for Zoomers because when I would stream NHL, I would have people saying, "Hey, you want to play Fortnite? You want to play Fortnite?" And it would just be sending me Fortnite invites. Well, that's why I don't have my things on. You are gonna have these Zoomers spamming their friends when their friends are
Why
at
do you
like.
always have to put people in a box? Why can't you just? They're just people.
They're Zoomers. I'm talking like.
But
am I wrong?
Have you asked yourself what's in the box?
No.
What's in the box?
Okay, 7. But no, I can just see. Okay, you're in like okay, little Timmy's at Nana's birthday party, and he's sitting there being a good grandson. And next thing you know, little Billy Bungus is like, "Hey, Timmy, hop on Fortnite," and his phone's going, and they're like, "What?" I could just see like these kids just abusing this.
But can I tell you something about that scenario? I don't care.
Yeah, it's
I don't care.
I don't care.
I don't care if Billy Bungus. I don't care if Billy Bungus is taking a math final and his stupid iPad friend is just like, play Fortnite, play Fortnite, play Fortnite. I don't care.
iPad friend.
I just think it's good for like say like your buddy's like sitting on the couch with his wife or whatever, and you want to play a game, and he's like, "Oh, just let me know when you're online." You can now just send him a text.
True.
There you go.
He's not near his console. Send him a text. It doesn't come on the app. Boom. It comes on the app, but like you just send him a text, and he's gonna be like, boom. He's gonna be like, he turns to his like a little sweetheart there. He's like, so I'm gonna go upstairs.
He says, "Here is a
play video
NyQuil smoothie."
Yeah.
I'm gonna go.
Good
play
for
video games
Helldivers
with
because
my
it's like, hey, babe, democracy needs me. I'm off.
Yeah, like all
And
of
she'll go
that.
like
I
this.
think it's a cool little thing. So
I mean, it's the next evolution of like we're all tied to our phones all the time.
yeah, so
Like it is
might
what
as
it
well get
is.
us.
Might as well give it to us where we want it on our
Might
phones,
as well
unless you're
go for
Diablo.
a soda. Nobody hurts. Diablo's
Diablo.
terrible.
I know he's talking about
And
Hell. Did you? Oh,
also, Xbox has announced that they're going to be at Summer Games Fest. Now, I don't know if anybody realizes this. That's never happened before.
really?
They're doing their showcase
Correct.
at Summer Games Fest. They don't do that.
That's
They
cool.
just do their own
Oh,
because the E3 is dead.
Give me something good, man. Give me some
So,
like new Gears
here's
of
my guess.
War.
They said that they're going to be talking about a returning franchise because they're going to have the showcase, and then that's just Call of Duty, people. Like, let's not read into it.
the redacted
Yeah,
that
it's
everyone
Call of
went crazy over. Of course.
It's Call of Duty. Let's be honest here. It's Black Ops, whatever. It's Call of Duty.
It's Eternal Darkness 2.
Please.
But
oh my gosh.
they did say that they're going to have something in the showcase is going to be a franchise that a beloved franchise. So we'll see.
Mario.
I think
Fable?
we're going to get Indiana Jones. for sure. But we're not getting Banjo. I don't think we're getting any of that.
Why didn't you ask during your Sea of Thieves playthrough?
Because I'm not going to do that. That'd be awkward.
Yes, for him.
Or
if he didn't give you the answer you wanted.
come on, Joe.
But I don't think it's going to be anything like it's going to blow everybody's socks off. Maybe a Gears of War collection, that rumored one that Jeff Grubb talked about a million times. Maybe. But like, we're going to get new games. But I think we're going to get a lot of the stuff they've already showed us.
I would like drip feed me a little bit of Skyrim, a little bit of Elder Scrolls 6. Like, just give me something. They talked about it, what?
I think we'll see a new
ago?
Wolfenstein. Or a new Doom or something like that.
That'd be
We'll
good.
see something from that side.
I would love Gears.
We'll see probably
5,
maybe
6.
And then it'll all be like, hey, here's what's coming to Game Pass. All the Call of Duties, Tony Hawk, blah, 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 right?
Oh, Tony Hawk. What a game. What a soundtrack. What a bop.
I thought I saw on Twitter today someone mentioned that there might be a crossover in Call of Duty with the success of some recent properties, which I think would be really neat. And I think, like, because especially skins and stuff like that. Skins. People love that.
Call of Duty?
No, I don't care.
Okay.
But I like. I will tell you this. There was if there's a cool like I remember like I played Fortnite I think once with Pez this Millennium, and there was like a skin and I'm like, maybe I will get it and play. That will bring people there. You know what I mean? Like people will buy it.
If only there was a
milkshake that brings you to the yard.
Hiko Michiko skin.
Hatsune Miku. Oh my gosh! Next week I'm going.
That's what I said.
So
Hiko Michiko.
Oh my! I get to go watch a. Well, it's not a hologram because they done goofed. There is. Oh my gosh! Maybe I'll save it for next week. There is a Hatsune Miku. No, I'll talk about that. There's Hatsune Miku drama.
We just watched a man in turmoil.
Yeah,
for about 30 seconds.
Let me tell you about this. Let me tell you about the drama.
Talk to me about the Hiko Michiko drama.
What you're saying is offensive to nobody who listens to the show. So Hatsune Miku is a digital pop star. I know that sounds weird. It's basically someone, her name is Saki Fujita, loaned her voice, and people use her voice to create songs. Imagine if Lady Gaga recorded vowels and syllables and you put them together and people produce the music. And sometimes they'll license the music and stuff like that. There are video games where it's a huge deal. And not to you guys, but I'm just saying in general, it's a huge deal. Anyway, I was supposed to go see the concert and then COVID happened and I was very sad. Actually, I still, kind of bummed. When they perform, so again, it's not a real person. There's a real band, but they have this like small film, like this small screen. So it looks like a true projection. It's like kind of like the Tupac projection. But what they've done this year is a screen, LED screen, and people are upset about that because why am I going to watch a screen? Oh. That is the current drama. People are pissed. I'm not, because I'm just excited to have a good time. I don't care. I'm too old to get bent about that stuff. And, but I can understand if that you've saved up. You weren't told this when this thing happened. You found out after night one in Vancouver. Shout out Vancouver for being night one. And you spent money and you don't really have you don't have that flexibility to be able to go to several concerts. And this was the one you picked. So,
I'll
let you know.
Talking about that concert?
Yeah,
no, I'm talking about. You're getting better.
Isn't that's her name? Hatsune Miku. Isn't that's Pikachu? Just what I said.
Pikachu.
It's Hatsune Miku.
Pikachu?
I remember when I first went to Disney with my wife. I was telling her about it. She's like, nobody cares about that. It's not a big deal. And so we go to the Japan Pavilion, and there's a teal wig, and I'm like, there it is. And she goes to the person who works there and goes, what wig is that? And she goes, oh, it's Hatsune Miku. I'm like,
oh, Hatsune.
I told you.
Do you know your wife still didn't care after and actually thought less of you after?
She couldn't
marriage is all about the W's, man. It doesn't matter.
There's nowhere lower to go, Court.
It doesn't matter. Marriage is all about the W. That's it. You just gotta, and then bring it up 25 years later.
Wow, but there's no water in there. You're drinking an empty bottle.
Finish that water now. Hey everyone, Pez here. 3 dads on a console. Waba has to drink a thimble of water and he pees every 2 seconds.
I messaged my nutritionist. I said, I can't stop peeing. And she's like, that's how it's going to be. And then I sent her a gif of like Ralph Wiggum from The Simpsons just standing there and his pants just getting so
beautiful.
This is my life now.
This is your life.
No.
Hey, I know we talked about the Xbox was having a showcase. They just had an indie showcase. Real quick, one game I can't wait to play out of that is Lost Records, Bloom and Rage.
I don't know what that is.
What is that?
So Lost Records, Bloom and Rage it's an indie game. I know Waba is gonna be. I know Waba's already excited for it. It's just not because he tweeted about it. But
I know what this is. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is the game that looks like it's like dripping with 90s nostalgia. It's got like the kids dripping, soaking wet.
Please don't use it.
It's moist and dripping.
It's none of those things.
But basically, it's like a 90s
Waba,
era.
hold on. Did we find out? Waba, were you something happened in your childhood that when I say moist and dripping, you get like?
We can't go through this repressed trauma. This is a child friendly podcast. It is a like 90s cam found footage horror movie game.
Yes.
So and it like is screaming 1990s. So I'm really excited to play it. It's made by the guys that made Don't Nod, who made Life is Strange.
More importantly, Remember Me from 2012.
Remember Me. It's a great
Ernesto de la Cruz.
Yeah, see, it's a good song.
Yeah, I love that song.
I'm trying to
Dude, you hear about Kingdom Hearts 4? Do you think we're gonna get Ernesto? Do you think we're gonna get Remember Me song in it?
I need to finish Kingdom Hearts 3 and Kingdom Hearts 3.5 and 9 quarters and Kingdom Hearts that ain't nobody got time for Kingdom Hearts.
No one has time to go through the Kingdom Hearts.
I'm gonna go play Persona.
I have time for them.
1.85 HD remixed.
Yeah, when your sequels or prequels or sidequels start going off into fractions, that's where something that's you have 1, 2, and 3 sequential. What happens when you have 352 divided by 8 days? I'm telling you, dude.
It doesn't make sense.
When you said it, when you said that, did you think that it made sense coming out of your mouth?
It didn't make sense to me when I heard about the game. I understand. They are experimenting with things.
He's gonna have
and they're releasing it.
It's gonna be great content. It's gonna be great shorts, great YouTube shorts. Man dies screaming about Kingdom Hearts.
Oh, I just realized Waba's gonna have to wear shorts next year when we go to PAX. It's gonna be hot out.
Oh, I love shorts.
Yeah,
shorts and a hoodie is like the
no
best.
hoodie. Shorts and a t-shirt.
No hoodie. It's too hot in there.
What?
It was hot in there.
It was
Especially
hot and there was just a little touch of stank.
No, they're not a little. Do you remember what I said?
It's a large
I'll tell
touch.
people this. It took me about like 3 hours till I turned to Pez and I was like, man, nerd smell, man.
Yeah.
Like
quote was like, man, it smells in here.
Yeah, there was a lot of people that weren't showering and it was disgusting.
Yeah.
That's why I bring deodorant.
That's it. I don't understand. Like, if you're gonna go out in public, just take a shower. Even if it's your first one in a millennia, like take a shower.
Get up in the morning, take a shower.
Or even just spray yourself down a little, or give yourself a little sink shower. You know, pat down.
I call them Italian showers. You just wash your hair under the sink and you're good to go.
Yeah, but no, people just full board, disgusting spore mushrooms clouds everywhere. Gross. Gross. They're just gross people. I'm not afraid to say.
They're just innocent men.
They're just stinky men.
Okay, I don't understand that thing.
There's nothing to understand. There's nothing to understand. It's just
it doesn't make any sense. It's an Australian TV show and she
no.
Is it Australian?
Yes.
Oh man. The Aussies, man, crushing it.
Yeah.
Between Lauren and the dog and the Bluey, just crushing it. The Heath Ledger, R.I.P. Rest in peace.
Jesus, I can't stop talking.
Oh, just end this podcast. We're off the rails.
I was gonna say any final thoughts, but I don't want to.
No,
I don't want to give you a good chance to. I don't know, call up some other deceased famous person.
Yeah,
it's your second today.
Steve Irwin nailed it.
Dude, was that a fart?
No, it's because it's not funny. But like, why are you bringing
that?
It
Did
up?
not sound like a laugh.
It's because I got a new mic.
And
you
I'll
hear
also
everything.
on Saturday, people. It is May the 4th, and I got an article dropping on Three Dads in the Console, a little Star Wars themed article, and we'll be stuff on our socials.
So don't forget, on Saturday, watch The Wrath of Khan. You'll love it.
It's free comic book day in the US. And if you go to those comic stores, make sure to buy something because they do have to pay a discounted rate on those. It's not free for you, not for them. Support your local comic shops. There, that's my final thought.
I feel like that was a Bob Barker thing. Like, get your pet spayed.
All you needed was the little lollipop microphone.
Like, what was that about? That was so weird.
I forgot it until you said May the 4th. I'm like, oh, that's free comic book day. I love free comic book day.
It's Star Wars Day.
It is. And so you don't. I'm telling. Go to a comic shop. I don't know if they do in Canada.
No, you already told us you don't have
it's
to.
Gonna be awesome. But think about it. It's May the 4th at a nerdy place.
Can it be any comic book, or does it have to just be a like?
No,
you don't get like the Batman omnibus.
No, you can't just loot. You have to. Okay. They have special things, and last year it was the Spider-Man comic. People in Canada couldn't get, but then you got it online anyway.
I didn't get it online. I got it at the Fan Expo from the PlayStation.
Oh,
I got 3 copies of it now.
Let's go. But
nice.
That's fun times.
Yeah. Suck it, Waba.
I'm not. I'm glad you did. You love that game. Folks, if you had fun, make sure to follow us on.
Break it down.
You can come actually see this nonsense on YouTube, youtube.com/. These ads in a console, and you'll also see all the fun videos, including the one that Court is going to be doing. Also, check us out on our website, 3dadsconsole.com for more. And that's it. Make sure to subscribe to us.
Go pick up hot.
Oh, yeah.
It's Hot Dad Summer. Go pick up merch.
I need to release the Fallout shirt that I made.
Release the Fallout.
Oh no. All right, folks. Thank you very much for your time and attention. We'll see